Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Una po sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po ang aking pamilya, kabilang ang aking mga magulang na si dating Congressman Buddy Britannico at Assemblyman rin po at Dr. Alita Britannico sa pagkakataon binigay ng House of Representatives Quad Committee upang maibahagi ang nangyari sa nakababata kong kapatid na si Delphine Celestial Britannico sa Iloilo City noong January 19, 2020. Mamaya po may video, pero ito po yung picture ng kapatid ko po para medyo makilala po ng committee. Si Del po ay isang napakabuting anak, asawa, ama, kapatid, kaibigan ng Pilipino. Lumaki po siyang inasa sa isip at isinasagawa kung paano makatulong at maging makatarungan sa kapwa. Yung kapatid ko pong si Del ay naging collateral damage sa sinasabing war on drugs at ng mga naibabalitang extrajudicial killings o EG case. Isa po siyang inosenteng, pribadong tao na walang pakundangan pinatay ng mga pulis na nadiskubring nanggaling sa isang extrajudicial killing operation. Gusto po namin ibahagi ang nangyari kay Del upang po makatulong sa bansa, sa Quadcom at sa iba pang mga ahensya sa kanilang pag-imbestiga sa mga EG case at sa mga sangkot dito. Gusto po namin patibayin ang batas upang maiwasan ang pangyayaring gaya ng pagpatay kay Del at sa napakarami pang iba. Makatulong rin ang pagpapalakas ng checks and balances sa mga sangay ng gobyerno sa aspeto ng law enforcement at pagpalakas ng kakayahan ng gobyerno magproseso ng forensic evidence sa pag-imbestiga sa mga krimen. Narinig po namin sa isang nakaraang hearing ang pahayag na arong is arong. Sana po ito ay hindi lang salita at ang gumawa ng mali ay tunay na managot. Narinig po namin ang pahayag, the end does not justify the means. Kami po ay sang-ayon dito. Maraming mga Pilipinong pinaslang. Maraming nadamay. Kabilang po doon si Del, hindi na po mababalik ang kapatid ko, hindi po dapat mangyari ito, at hindi din dapat mangyari sa iba. Lahat po tayo ay Pilipino, mali po ang pagpaslang sa tao ng labag sa batas. Patuloy po namin hinahangad ang hustisya para kay Del, umaasa po kami sa tulong ng Quadcom na mahikayat ang DOJ, Department of Justice, liderato ng PNP, pati na rin ng Internal Affairs Service, NBI at iba pang ahensya ng gobyerno para masaresolba ang kaso ni Del. Maraming salamat po, Chairman Ace Barbers, SDS Gonzales, the co-chairman of the Quadcom, kay Congressman Erlix Junicio, na unang nabanggit ng kaso ni Del sa Quadcom at sa lahat po ng miyembro ng Quadcom. May video po yata na prepare tungkol po sa nangyari po sa kapatid ko. Pwede ko pong ibahagi po ang karagdagan detalye katapos. Please share a few details, Chair. My brother Delphine was murdered by being shot 8 times outside his village in Prime Estates in Barangay Nabitasan, La Paz, Iloilo City at around 12:20 to 12:30 p.m. on January 19, 2020. This was while he was taking his motorcycle out for a Sunday ride when he came across a group of men who just carried out an EJK operation against call center agent and alleged drug list target Alain Muller in Barangay Cuartero, Haro, Iloilo City about 20 minutes earlier. Del came across a group of men parked right outside his village who were stripping their getaway car of identifying marks. Del was supposedly calling his wife and taking pictures, and this is when they killed Del and took his phone to hide their tracks. One of the suspects, the person identified to have rented the gray Mitsubishi Adventure used in both killings, Police Corporal Joseph Andrew Joven, eventually surrendered to the NBI Webro West Visayas Regional Office on June 5, 2020 after charges had been filed by the NBI Death Investigation Division against Joven, a Police Corporal Jerry Villanueva, and 2 other John Does on May 29, 2020. Subsequently, Police Corporal Joven admitted on video on 2 separate occasions and on other instances that he was the driver of the vehicle in both murders and that his group took orders from their then commanding officer, Iloilo City Police Office Director Colonel Martin Defensor, for the extrajudicial killing of Alain Muller and other targets. Joven had earlier shared the same narration of events to the NBI DID. Joven identified fellow police officers Ricardo Morante, Vernilio Escorial as the gunmen in the murder of Alain Muller and of my brother Delphine Britannico. According to Joven, also in the vehicle were City Drug Enforcement Unit police officers Michael Dimihilio de Felipe and Freddy Liboon. Joven narrated that the alleged drug subject Alain Muller, who was a surrenderee, was a level 1 target and had a 50,000 reward for his killing. Joven further confessed that since his transfer to the Special Ops Team in September 2019, he had participated in 3 other EJKs with other police officers, including Police Sergeant Melbert Herculio Nino, Police Sergeant Rodel Paulan, Police Sergeant Denay Sia. Joven confessed that these killings had been first under the command of a Lieutenant Colonel Godfrey Buslotan, then directly under the orders of the ICPO Chief of Police Colonel Martin Defensor Jr. Those 3 other extra EJKs were of Roy Goco in Barangay Rizal, Lapus, Iloilo City, killed on September 18, 2019, by Nino, who was driven by Paulan, with Escorial and Joven as backup. The second one, Felix Arginal Jr., was killed in Barangay Tatas, Haro, Iloilo City, killed on October 18, 2019, by Escorial, who was driven by Joven, with Morante and Paulan as backup. And the last, before my brother was killed, the last EJK was on Kagawad Virgilio Coronado Soledad in Poblacion Leganes, Iloilo, killed on December 26, 2019 by Escorial, with Joven, Morante, and Paulan accompanying them. On this last killing, Joven confessed that his group received on 100,000 from Colonel Martin Defensor Jr. for the killings of Kagawad Soledad, and that this was given to them at Defensor's office in the ICPO headquarters. Joven claimed that then Colonel Defensor gave him sums of money ranging from 5,000 to 50,000 and advised him to hide after the killing of Del. Also, Joven shared information that Colonel Defensor protected, gave financial and other assistance to the other principals after the commission of the crime and covered up the crime committed as evidenced by the fact that he did not initiate the filing of any case arising from Delphine's killing. Further, Joven said that the Iloilo City Police Office has a CCTV system that recorded the entry of the adventurer with the respondents Morente, Escorial, Joven, De Felipe, and Liboon on board and entering and leaving the ICPO premises after the killing of Del on the day after the killing of Del. Joven narrated that Police Colonel Defensor ordered that ICPO's CCTV footage of that day be erased in order to destroy the evidence. Yun lang po ang summary.
Okay, sige, maraming salamat and we condolence sa inyong pamilya. Congressman Ernest Dionisio, you have the floor. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, I'd like to ask lang sana ng mabilisan before I give my short manifestation. Do we have any representatives from Department of Justice?
Yes,
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and Your Honors. I am Prosecutor Gastiang here.
Hi, Attorney. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Attorney, sa pagkaalam niyo po, ano po ba ang status ng case ng pagkamatay ng ating biktima na si Del Britannico?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ang nangyari kasi walang warrantless arrest na nangyari noon. So, the case went through the regular proceeding of preliminary investigation. The complaint was filed, and after the preliminary investigation, the Department of Justice found probable cause to press charges against two police officers, Police Officer Joven and Police Officer Villanueva. Unfortunately, when the warrant of arrest was issued by the Regional Trial Court of Iloilo, Branch 31, ay hindi sila mahanap. So, on our part, we will coordinate with because this case was filed way back October 2021, and this case was delegated to the OCP Iloilo. So we will coordinate, the DOJ will coordinate with OCP Iloilo for the issuance of alias warrant to exert efforts again to locate the whereabouts of these criminals, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. NBI, do we have any information? NBI, are you part of any investigation related to the killing of the victim, Del Britannico?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as narrated by Mr. Britannico, our Death Investigation Division handled the investigation today. Yes, Mr. Chairman, our Death Investigation Division handled the investigation of the case, and they filed murder case against the two police officers and two John Does.
Mr. Chair, instead of getting into more details and not to consume most of the time of the Quadcom, I do believe that the right venue is the courts to give justice to my beloved friend, Delphine Britannico. I just appeal and implore if the chair will also give its 2 cents, and I implore the NBI and the Department of Justice to reopen the case and do whatever it takes, do the proper investigation, and to try to find the right people to give justice to the victim of Del.
Yes.
Justice delayed is justice denied, Your Honor. Alam ko po na hindi na natin mababalik ang buhay ng aking kaibigan na si Del Britannico. Ang akin lamang pong layunin sa pagdinig na ito ay para hindi na po sana matularan ang mga ganitong gawain sa pamamagitan ng pag-amyenda ng kasulukuyang mga batas at pagbabalangkas ng mga bago. Gaya po ng aking nasabi ng huling pagdinig, Mr. Chair, kasama po ako ninyo ng ating pamahalaan sa paglaban sa illegal na droga. Kaisa po ako ng gobyerno at ng kapulisan sa mabilis na pagsugpo nito. Kaya naman po, sa kasalukuyan ng ginagawa ng ating mga law enforcement ay ang pag-conduct ng isang test buy at kapag confirm ang target, magsasagawa ng bypass operations upang maaresto ang mga kriminal na mabilis at hindi na kailangan ng warrant of arrest. Dahil sa kasalukuyang panuntunan, kapag ikaw ay caught in the act o yung sa Latin ay in flagrante delicto, ay common legal parlance na gumagawa ng krimen, right there and then pwede na pong hulihin at arestuhin, Mr. Chair. At kapag ikaw ay hindi nakikooperate at nilagay mo sa peligro ang buhay ng kapulisan, maaaring dumepensa ito at ikaw ay mapatay. Kaya lamang, ang ating iniimbestigahan ngayon ay ang pag-aabuso dito ng ilan. Na kung minsan, kahit walang unlawful aggression na requirement sa self-defense ay napapatay ang isang suspect na dapat arestuhin lamang. Worse, ang biktima na si Del Britannico, na hindi naman target ng operasyon at isang innocent bystander. Wrong place at wrong time, Mr. Chair. Pero yung pagpatay na ganun makikita mo na halang talaga ang bituka ng mga taong gumawa nito. Bigla na lang binaril, nakadahilan ng kumukuha lamang ng video. Mr. Chair, hindi naman po bago sa atin ang dangerous drugs ng 1972 na inamyendahan ng Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. At kung mapapansin natin, ginawang krimen ang planting of evidence na minsan ay ginagawa sa mga drug operations. Hindi lamang iyon. Ang gagawa nito ay mapaparusahan ng kamatayan under Section 29 of the said law, which states any person is found guilty of planting any dangerous drugs and or controlled precursor and essential chemical regardless of quantity or purity shall suffer the penalty of death. However, Mr. Chair, ngayon wala naman tayong death penalty sa ating bansa. Ang pinakamataas na parusa ay capital punishment. Itong probisyon ng batas na ito ay naglalayo na protektahan ng mga inosente sa pagsugpo ng droga. Layon ko po na makapagbalangkas tayo makapag-amyenda ng batas na hindi na maulit katulad ng pag-aamyenda ng batas natin noong 1972. Makagawa tayo po ng ilang batas, amyenda o bagong batas na that would prevent and protect the innocent lives in our fight against illegal drugs, Mr. Chair. Again, justice delayed is justice denied. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Nakatingin po ang ating Panginoon. Nakatingin po ang aking kaibigan na si Del Britannico ngayon. I hope justice will be served. And again, I implore NBI and DOJ, please help give justice to my brother and friend, Delphine Britannico. Maraming pong salamat, Mr.